Hello everyone, welcome to BioLearn with Harshani YouTube channel. Today I will bring differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. First, let's see the definition of a cell. A cell is the fundamental structural, functional and biological unit of all living organisms. It is often called building block of life. A cell is the smallest unit of an organism that can execute all the processes necessary for life. Some organisms like bacteria consist of a single cell that is called unicellular, while others like humans, plants and animals are made up of trillions of cells. They are called multicellular. There are two main types of cells: prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are the simplest type of cells. They are found in bacteria and archaea. Eukaryotic cells are more complex than prokaryotic. They are found in living organisms, animals, plants, and fungi. Here the pro means the primitive or before, karyon means the nucleus. That means primitive nucleus. So these cells have primitive type of nucleus for the prokaryotic cells. In eukaryotic, Eu means the true or good, karyon means the nucleus. So the eukaryotic means true nucleus. Okay, let's see the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The major difference is the nucleus. There is no nucleus in prokaryotic cells and their DNA is concentrated in a region called nucleoid, which is not surrounded by a membrane. But in eukaryotic cells there is nucleus that is surrounded by a double membrane, and the nucleus contains DNA and they are organized as chromosomes. There are no membrane-bound organelles in prokaryotic cells. DNA, ribosomes, sometimes plasmids are located in cytoplasm in prokaryotic cells, but there are many membrane-bound organelles in eukaryotic cells, including nucleus, chloroplasts, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, and mitochondria. Here the chloroplasts present in plant cells actually. So these organelles do the specialized function. Those are important for cell survival and functions. When we consider the cell size of these cells, prokaryotic cells are smaller than the eukaryotic cells. So the diameter of the prokaryotic cells is between 0.1 to 5 micrometers, and the diameter of the eukaryotic cells varies between 10 to 100 micrometer. Let's consider the cell shapes. For the prokaryotic cells, the cell shapes can be spherical, rod-shaped, spiral-shaped, and comma-shaped, and these cell shapes are very simple and rigid. But in eukaryotic cells, there can be found wide variety of shapes, including round, oval, rectangular, elongated, and irregular. And these cell shapes are very complex, and it depends on the type and function of the cell. For the prokaryotic cells, the cell wall is often present, that is made up of peptidoglycan. Cell wall is a rigid structure that is helpful for the protection and the support. But there is no cell wall for the animal cells, but the cell wall is present in both plant cells and the fungi. The cell wall in plant cells is made up of cellulose, and the fungi cell wall is made up of the chitin, but the cell membrane is present in both types of cells. In many prokaryotic cells, they have flagella, that is whip-like structure, helpful for the movement of the cell, and also they have villi, Those are the short hair-like structure which is also helpful for the attachment to other cells and surfaces. So both flagella and pili present in many bacterial cells, but the flagella present in some eukaryotic cells. Those are shorter and complex than prokaryotic cells, but there are no pili in eukaryotic cells. Ribosomes are present in both types of cells. They are involved with the protein synthesis. Ribosomes in prokaryotic cells are free in the cytoplasm and they are small compared to eukaryotic ribosomes. These prokaryotic ribosomes are known as 70S ribosomes. For a ribosome, it has two subunits, large and small. For 70S ribosome, large subunit is 50S while small subunit is 30S. However, ribosomes in eukaryotic cells are free in the cytoplasm or attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. They are large and these ribosomes are known as 80S ribosomes. Large subunit is 60S while small subunit is 40S. Although eukaryotic cells have 80S ribosomes in their cytoplasm, their mitochondria and chloroplasts contain 70S ribosomes, similar to prokaryotics. This supports the endosymbiotic theory, which suggests these organelles evolved from ancient bacteria. Prokaryotic cells reproduce asexually by a process called binary fission. Here, one parent cell divides into two genetically identical daughter cells. There is no mitosis or meiosis in prokaryotic cells. When it comes to eukaryotic cells, they reproduce asexually by a process called mitosis and sexually reproduced by a process called meiosis. In prokaryotic cells, transcription and translation occur together in the cytoplasm. That means these two processes are coupled. But in eukaryotic cells, the transcription is occurred in the nucleus and the translation occurs in the cytoplasm. These two processes are separately occurred in the eukaryotic cells. In this table, I have mentioned a summary of structural differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells what we previously discussed. Although there are many differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, in this lesson I have pointed out major differences between these two types of cells. If you found this video is interesting, press the subscribe button, like the video and share. Leave your comments in comment section. See you until the next. Thank you for watching.